With the release of Pokemon Legends Z to A, it came with a brand new supply of Mega Evolutions, a mechanic that we have not seen for 10 years. And honestly, some of them are amazing to look at, whilst others... yeah. But after playing the game and seeing all of the Megas for myself, I now think it's finally time I rank these Megas. But I just want to make this clear, this is my own opinion. So please do not get upset at me if I've picked a Mega you do not like. But now we actually get on with this. And first up are the starters. And honestly, Meganium is my favorite. I never thought I'd say that sentence in my life, but Meganium is actually one of my favorites. Why? Well, it looks better than the other two. For me, it is pretty good. It's not perfect because, as someone pointed out to me, the rest of Meganium's body is just really bland and it's only extra flowers that have been put on it. It gaining the fairy type as well, honestly that's a typing Meganium has needed for a long time. But design-wise, it's better, but there's still more that could have been done. Meanwhile, with Feraligatr, there's too much. I have seen it in game, I have seen it with the red bit down, it's pretty good, but it's not my favorite, especially with the top up like that. It kind of looks ridiculous to me. If it like brought out onto the sides on the shoulders, I think I could have been sold a bit better, but with it like that, it's meh to me. And then Emboar, I am a huge Emboar fan. I've always loved Tepig, Pignite, Emboar, and I'll stand by them till the day I die. But this Mega is just a bit... I wouldn't say it's perfect. It's not perfect to me. But the best way I can say it, it looks alright. The fire staff, the fire on it, even its shiny looks absolutely amazing. But the design-wise, it is alright. It's not my favorite. Now for the Raichus. See, I am clearly going to show a bit of favoritism here. The Raichu Y is meh for me. For me, it needs to bring out what Raichu is. The tail on Raichu X is so much more cleaner than Raichu Y. And for me, Raichu X is pretty good, while Raichu Y is just meh. There's not really much else happening apart from big ears, where Raichu X has bigger tail, bigger ears, just its color looks different, and it's a lot louder and gives off the Mega vibe than Raichu Y. Next, I want to talk about Electros. When I first saw it, I wasn't too sold on it. It looked weird to me at first. But after a lot more of looking at it, trying to understand what's happening with its actual body, I can say it is pretty good to me. I never thought I'd like it, but it's growing on me ever so slowly. It definitely is something I like and think it's worth of Electros' Mega. Now, Mega Frostlass. I'm mixed. First off, why? It sort of just came out of nowhere. I know we have Mega Glalie, so maybe one of the decisions was because Glalie has Mega Evolution, we go off so both forms have it. But it definitely gives off the majestic feeling Frostlass has always had, with the snow cloak over the little snow bear at the bottom. But it just getting taller and skinnier, it's like someone just stretched it a bit. But I'd honestly have to go off and say that Frostlass is alright. It's not, it could definitely have a little bit more done, maybe a bigger ribbon and make it look like it's floating or flying with that ribbon, but definitely could do a little bit more with it. This is where I'm gonna lump all three of these together. When they got announced together, I was hyped. There was not a single one for the Kalos starters I did not enjoy. Because it was just like all of them were absolutely perfect. This is the way Chestnut should have looked. This is what Chestnut should have been before the Mega, and the Mega makes up for it by making him exactly what we wanted. The same goes for Mega Delphox. It genuinely is what I wanted Delphox to become. Rather than just getting taller and a bit more hairier, it has the witch vibe, the magic vibe I'm looking for and have looked for the longest time. So for me, Mega Delphox and Mega Greninja, I'll talk about him in a minute, are all perfect. In Greninja, yes, he has Battle Bond, so I really wasn't expecting him to get a Mega, but I'm happy he did. The colors, everything about him worked. He's not overdone. They definitely took Ash Greninja vibes with the big shuriken, the black on him, but honestly, the colors, the shurikens, everything works about this Pokemon. It is a bit weird him just being upside down constantly, but that's just more me thinking about it. But design-wise, this Pokemon, perfect. Now, moving on to Pyroar, which its mane got bigger. I know they tried to do, like, with his mane, the different sort of two kanjis put together to represent fire and everything, but it looks dumb. It makes me think of Marge Simpson's hair sometimes. I look at it with just it going taller. Nothing else really happens on the body. It just doesn't really look that nice to me, and it meh. I genuinely think we could have done without this Mega. But since we're still on fire types, Mega Chandelure. Again, I know what some people are saying, it's just a bigger chandelier. But it's like they've not gone off to do something different. They've gone off something that it is and made it fancier, bigger, cooler. And for me, it's pretty good. I love Mega Chandelure. I was alright with Chandelure as a base Pokemon, but now seeing it like this, I'm just in love with it. I can never unsee it like this because it's just perfect to me. Well, not perfect, pretty good. But you know what I mean. Mega Clefable. Right, this one is a bit meh for me. First, I want to talk about the typing of it. It becoming Fairy Flying was a good typing, especially since they did give it the huge-ass wings to fly with. However, that acorn head, it just makes me want to bury it in ice and then somehow crack open the ice. But it's just, I think that head does not work for me, which is why the wings make up for it, but that head, it just does it dirty. Now, one of, if not my favorite Mega Evolution, if you could not tell in my live streams with how often I used him, even in fights that made no sense to Mega Evolve him, was Mega Hawlucha. When he got announced, when his Mega first got shown, oh my god, it was like looking at Escanor for me. This man was perfect. His whole design, how he was represented, everything, his trail, there was absolutely nothing wrong with this. And I think officially Hawlucha has become my favorite Mega out of all of them. Oh, yeah. I can't say anything, but I'm a goofy goober about this guy because it's just, they didn't even do anything else. They could have done so much more with the gem, the rest of it, but all they did was give it legs. Maybe that was a joke, maybe someone thought that'd be funny, but it's kind of disgusting, especially in the Rogue Mega Battle, or when it walks at you, like charges up. I hate it, it's vile. And that's why it has its own category of, you know why you're here. Just, you sit there, no one else will ever go in this rank, because I think all the others are fine, it's just this one is its own unique rank. Mega Skarmory. Now, Mega Skarmory for me is like, the color of it is absolutely beautiful. However, the rest of it sort of not. The toenails, or talons, I don't know which one it is. But it is just like, there's not much else done with this Pokemon. All that was done was bigger toenails and a change of color. What were they hoping for? I was so hoping Mega Skarmory would be done better, but he just wasn't. And it's really, really disappointing to see him done like this. So, again, meh. He did not leave that lasting impact on me. Now I want to talk about Mega Floette. Mega Floette for me definitely was something I wasn't expecting. Especially since Floette can evolve, this is the first ever time a Pokemon that can still evolve can Mega, although it is just this special Floette. I remember having a talk about this with Genetics. He was complaining that the body didn't change, but for me, it makes sense. Since Floette can evolve, the body shouldn't really change, and it's the special flower it has that makes it different. And it makes sense that the flower is what changed the most. So it really did grow on me and earned the rank of pretty good, because it makes sense story-wise, it makes sense for the Mega Evolution, it works really well with what Floette should be. It's not perfect because, again, I think something could have been done with the body to try and help stand with the flower, but oh well. Mega Drampa. Right. This is a special Mega Evolution because Drampa for me is a Pokemon I always forget exists. It genuinely never has a lasting impact on me. I'll see it and go, oh yeah, you're a Pokemon, I forget about you. But then Mega Drampa came in, and oh my god was I scared. I never thought I'd say it, but I'm scared of Drampa. The design works, it's like a secret power unlocked in this Pokemon, and you just fear it for everything it has. And that's why I think, for me, it's perfect. Because it makes a lasting impact on a Pokemon that's normally forgotten. And I really like it for the impact it gives. And again, moving on with impact, here comes Mega Phalanx, or as I like to call it, the Megazord. Again, this is exactly what I expect Phalanx to become. become when it Mega Evolves. It still sticks to what Phalanx is, goes above and beyond what it should do, and generally just has that impact where it's like, it's perfect for this certain Pokemon. And there's not really much else I would change because it's Phalanx. He's meant to be all sorts of different Phalanx put together, and this is the best way a Mega Evolution of Phalanx could be presented to me. So he definitely goes in perfect for me. But now we leave perfect for a while, and we have to look at Mega Excadrill. This Pokemon definitely... I was excited when I saw leaks that he could be getting a Mega. However, I chose to avoid it so I could get a natural reaction. And that natural reaction, I was disappointed, man. It really just gave him bigger drills. That's it. And it's just, if I saw him in the drill form, I think it'd be cooler. But without that drill form, it's just big drill, and it looks really weird, and it doesn't even look like it could really battle all that well with huge drill hands. Probably good slash attacks, but it became meh for me. I really like Excadrill, and I feel like this Mega did not do him justice. Mega Scrafty. Right, there is just nothing more to be said about this Pokemon. It is perfect, because that is meant to be a British chav. And that is exactly how I picture a British chav who's like higher up in the chain to look. He is just exactly what I expect and want from this Pokemon. Mega Malamar. Now, when I saw the trailer for this Pokemon, I was not a fan of Malamar. I was curious about what they could do to Malamar to make him like stand out a bit more. But the trailer worked, and when he finally got revealed, I was in awe because it was exactly what I expect Malamar to be. An evil-looking Pokemon with evil-looking characteristics. That big bulging brain, the hypnotic hands that go rainbow on you. It generally worked with what Malamar represents. It generally gave off that hypnotic state where I just couldn't take my eyes off it, and after seeing it, I thought about it for like a solid week and wanting it on my team. Sadly, I never got to use it because I hate the mechanic of having to turn my Switch upside down, and I didn't find Inkay in time. But honestly, I'm so happy to replay the game just to get an Inkay so I can use Mega Malamar as soon as possible. So for me, this Pokemon again is perfect. Mega Dragalge. This is a Pokemon I wasn't expecting to get a Mega. Again, like Drampa, it's one I really forget exists. But when I saw it, I was so happy that a Dragon type didn't just get more spikes, more sharp bits. It generally worked off what the Pokemon was. As although I would never use it, it generally left a good impression on me afterwards, and honestly, still looking at this Pokemon, I'm happy to say that's a good Mega. I wouldn't say it's perfect, because it generally feels like there are some bits lacking and it's more of the hair that works. But I would say it's a pretty good Pokemon. Now we move to the Mega Barnacle, which I just did not like. I can never say this Pokemon's name to save my life, so I'm just gonna call it Barnacle, but it generally did not need more hands like that. It does not look right. Its typing, it just doesn't work for me. I just do not like this Pokemon at all in its Mega form. It makes no sense, and it's just meh. Mega Victreebel. Mega Victreebel for me is a really good idea. Considering the Bellsprout line is constantly turning into a Venus Flytrap, it makes sense that the final form would be a huge one. It does make me think of the one from Ice Age, however, where the Mammoth and Sabretooth get stuck in it. But again, that's good. It makes me think of what it is, and its cute little balance makes me laugh every time I did see it. It had a good trailer, good representation, it worked constantly. And I'm so sad I never got to use on the team because I had a grass type already. So honestly, this Pokemon was pretty good to me. Now we move on to Mega Scolipede. Mega Scolipede genuinely worked for me. This tough Pokemon, its main antennas where it attacks the most, got just sharpened out, and then it looked armored up. Like, oh my god, I was so scared I wouldn't be able to do damage to this thing. The trainer that owned it as well really worked out for what it was. And I think Scolipede got really well represented in this Mega. So honestly, I wouldn't say it's perfect because the back end for me kind of needed something a little bit more. But the front end definitely does something, so it's pretty good Mega overall. Mega Zygarde. Look, I am a sucker for a big cannon. I'm a sucker for like big shooting guns and everything else, especially in anime. So when I saw Mega Zygarde, I was an ecstatic child looking at it. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it honestly is such a really cool Pokemon to see, especially since it was just for the story. But I found it so funny in the post-game. I instantly got Zygarde and was like, right, I need to Mega Revolve this thing, and just literally got a Scrafty and just went, right, now you die. And that was hilarious to look at. So, although, it's not perfect, it is a pretty good Mega Evolution and brings me so much joy in my life. And for the final one, Mega Dragonite. This was a genuine mystery to me. When it first got revealed, I was confused as hell like everybody else, and I know a lot of people are disappointed with this, but Dragonite grew on me. Because I wanted to use different sorts of Pokemon and use new Mega Evolutions on the team, Dragonite definitely became something I wanted to use. The more I thought about it, the more I looked at it, the more I considered on my team, is the time it grew on me. And it genuinely was something I wanted to have. So when I finally got the mission to get its Mega Stone, I was over the moon and charged straight for it. Although I still think this isn't perfect, like the back wings should have had more detail on them, and the wings on the head didn't need to be that big. It's definitely a Pokemon that has grown on me. I would not say Mega Dragonite is pretty good, definitely not perfect. So I have to say it's alright, because during my playthrough, I noticed it was one of the least used Megas on my team. In situations, I turned to Mega Hawlucha, Mega Meganium, Mega anything else but Dragonite. Even Mega Ampharos saw more action than him. So that's why he's moved down to it's alright in my book. But this is where I think all the Megas belong on my list. Most of them are like just because I've seen them. Some of them are just as how I think others should be designed. Mega Starmie definitely should never have existed because that's hideous as hell. But I'm curious to what you guys think. So please leave a comment. I'm really, really curious to see what you guys think and where you would place some of these Pokemon. Until then, guys, see you in the next video.